Hi everyone, my name is Yeli and today I'll be talking about the application of microbes in cosmetic industry for my microbiology assignment. So why did I choose this topic is because I find it very interesting to see how microbes are used in the cosmetic industry when cosmetics are very prominently used to enhance skin appearances and effects. And so I hope this presentation brought to you today will give you an insight and have something for you to take away and to learn from. So this is my agenda for my presentation brought to you. So first of all, I'll be talking about the introduction of the topic, and next I'll be talking about the microorganism. So I'll be exploring with you the morphology of the microorganism and how this particular microbe that I'll be introducing to you is introduced to the industry, and the mechanism of action and also the impact of human. And next I'll be talking about the future prospect of this microbe in the next 10 to 15 years and assumptions and challenges to be faced by this microbe in the cosmetic industry. And lastly, I'll be talking about the conclusion, which is summarizing the topics that I'll be talking about today. Due to the development of economy, we can't deny that there is an improvement in living standards. So there has been a significant increase in demand for cosmetics during the past several decades. And there's a shift in consumer preferences for makeup and skincare from synthetic to naturally derived sources. And this has greatly contributed to the development of the cosmetic industry. So cosmetic manufacturing enterprises are employing a new variety of tactics for biologically derived product identification in order to survive and to maintain the market. So recently the cosmetic industry has moved towards a greener production, so from the ingredients to lab packaging. So this use of cosmetic for health purposes introduced a new aspect of the industry called cosmeceuticals. And this new sector of vibrant business domain that is currently searching for new prospects besides beauty. Now, although natural does not always imply beauty, but it is true that the substance utilized in natural cosmetics are more valuable to health. And microbial pigments offer exceptional antioxidant and anti-aging effects, making them ideal to be used in cosmetics. So cosmetic products may also benefit from the vibrant colors of the ingredients and also its natural properties. So here are some microbial pigments that are used in cosmetic products such as sunscreens and makeups, and it offers a range of benefits such as antioxidants, skin lightening, and anti-aging. So the usage of biological derived cosmetic is becoming more and more popular, perhaps meeting future customer demand. So the particular microbe that I'll be talking about is Dunaliella salina that has anti-aging properties in cosmetic products. So here we have the taxonomy, characteristics and structure, and also the growth conditions of this microbe. So here is the table of the taxonomy that you can refer to. And the characteristic of structure of this microbe is that it is a pear-shaped biflagellate cells, and they don't have a thick, stiff polysaccharide cell wall, but instead they have a very thin elastic plasma membrane, and up to 12% of the dry matter is produced by the Dunaliella is the keratin. And this microalgae is actually a natural source of some shrimps, and the growth conditions of this microbe is in laboratory cultures, the optimal temperature for growth is about 32 Celsius, and the optimum temperature is around 25 to 35 Celsius. So the pH will be the from 0 to 11, but it's at optimum at pH level of 9 to 11. And the nutrient requirements of this Dunaliella salina is carbon dioxide and bicarbonate as inorganic carbon sources. Because Dunaliella is a photoautotrough, so it can only use carbon dioxide and bicarbonate as inorganic carbon sources. Here we have the micrographs of cells of this Dunaliella salina. So it is obtained with the bright field light microscopy. So on the left, it shows a non-stressed cells that appears to be green, and on the right, we have Dunaliella appearing as orange color because it has accumulated beta-carotene. So the arrow pointing out is the pyrenoids, and it is a ring of starch granules surrounding the pyroid and is found to be more prominent in the green cells than the orange ones. So what are the roles of Dunaliella salina in association with human and why is it important for us? So first of all, it exhibits immune modulating and anti-inflammatory properties and they are very effective in the treatment of cancer and cardiovascular illness. And they have been applied in the food and pharmaceutical sectors because they are very abundant in proteins, polysaccharides, and other bioactive components. So actually 50 to 80% of proteins in the dried biomass of Dunaliella salina is actually quality essential amino acids that are important for human needs. And also their absence of hard cellular cell walls that I mentioned earlier makes them easier to digest for human and also animals comparing to other microalgae. And also because of its high oligosaccharide, polysaccharide, and phenolic component content, microalgal biomass is a viable alternative source for prebiotics. So let's dive in deeper by talking about how this microbe is introduced to the cosmetic industry. So you can't deny that urbanization and globalization, which causes early skin aging, have placed a threat of stress and pollution on humanity. So what is actually skin aging? It's actually referring to the skin deterioration in the form of loss of elasticity, increased transparency, and vascular prominence. And on the other hand, extrinsic aging is caused by the extra exposure of UV radiation and the associated irritants. And it also characterized by a decline in the keratinocyte, dysplasia in the epidermis and dermal extracellular matrix, which will cause pigmentation, wrinkles, and coarseness, which we do not want. So the likelihood of any potential side effects and risks of the products has been significantly decreased by the use of organic substance in cosmetics from various biological sources, and this has expanded the use of biological products in the cosmetic industry. That's why we're talking about this today. And carotenoids are some of the most significant microbial pigments that can be found in the Dunaliella salina that are harmless and have been employed in the beauty industry in a variety of ways due to their color pigmentation. So clinical studies have also demonstrated that using carotenoids as dietary cosmetic ingredients may assist to delay the onset of skin aging. So what are the mechanisms of action by this microbe in the properties of anti-aging? So it actually contains beta-carotenoid, which is a carotenoid present in Dunaliella salina and other microalgae as well. It stimulates the production of hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is actually a glycosaminoglycan that is very important in skin hydration, and you probably heard it from skin face masks or hydration skincare products you use. And under stress from high solar irradiation, this alga actually adapts by generating very large amounts of beta-carotene and its precursors, the colorless carotenoids phytoin and phytofluorine. So the colorless carotenoids are found in most carotenogic organisms that includes the unicellular algae Dunaliella salina. And the hydrophobic extract of the Dunaliella salina is a very powerful botanical active ingredient for the defense of skin against some effects of the solar exposure and assists in the reduction of glycation and its associated effects on the skin, including such as inflammation and emergent signs of aging, which is wrinkles that we do not want. Dunaliella salina also contains EPA, which has proven anti-glycation capabilities as do other unsaturated fatty acids, including the linoleic acid, and some carotenoids, especially the lutein, beta-carotene, and astaxanthin, have been shown to have anti-glycative power as well. And colorless carotenoids are found in the most carotenogic organisms and have been shown to have antioxidative, anti-inflammatory, and the DNA protection activities. Lastly, all colored carotenoids are biosynthesized from the phytoin and phytofluorine, which are shorter conjugated carbon-carbon double bond chromophores, and it absorbs the light in the UV region rather than the visible range. So actually the worldwide commercial cultivation of Dunaliella salina to produce beta carotene is now one of the most success stories of halophile biotechnology. And different technologies are used from low-tech extensive cultivations in lagoons to intensive cultivation at high cell densities under controlled conditions. So let's talk about the positive impact of this microbe on humans. So maybe when you think of microorganisms, the first thought that comes to you is that microorganisms are bad and they are harmful for humans. They are everywhere around us. Well, yeah, they are everywhere around us, but they have many positive impacts on humans and they have many beneficial properties that are essential and important for us. So for this Dunaliella salina, not only it has anti-aging properties and effects in the skincare or cosmetic industry, it also possesses anti-cancer effects, which why? Because it can operate as an effective chemical inhibitor, and when it's cultivated under many stress settings, this microbe accumulated the most anti-cancer fighting alpha carotene, and the development of human leukemia was suppressed by ethanol extracts of this microbe. Along with serving as a source of color in cosmetic products, microbial pigments also have gained attention as an interesting bioactive molecules with many potential health benefits like I mentioned, which is anti-cancer. And these pigments have several applications in food, agrochemical, medicine, and cosmetic industry. They have attracted the attention of these industries due to its very high production value. It is also low cost, stability, and also biodegradable. So that's why recently many consumers worldwide have noted the impact of synthetic dyes. Thus, natural pigments are more in demand than synthetic colors. Therefore, new microbial pigments could be a consideration of the cosmetic industry as they are very ideal for the future with positive health benefits. So what are the future prospects of Dunaliella salina in the cosmetic industry and its assumptions? Well, the primary drivers propelling the growth of Dunaliella salina market are the rising need for the organically obtained beta-carotene, which is the rising requirement for natural colorants, and the expanding usage of Dunaliella salina in cosmetic sector. And the antioxidant beta-carotene, which comes from both natural and synthetic sources, belongs to the family of compounds known as carotenoids. It is a very primary reliable dietary source of vitamin A, which is necessary for healthy skin, epithelia, eyesight, and as well as growth of development. Comparing to the manufactured beta-carotene ones, the natural obtained beta-carotene provides a number of benefits which synthetic ones cannot give. And synthetic beta-carotene has a number of drawbacks, which includes a lack of nutritional benefit, side effects, increased risk of lung cancer and death. And the trend to use cosmetic from biologically origin satisfies the upcoming demand of consumers with possible effectiveness. Moreover, the use of natural cosmetics and organic ingredients from different biological sources have drastically reduced the chances of any possible side effects and hazards of cosmetic products. So that's why this ultimately increase the usage of biological products in cosmetic market. And various strategies are used to develop cosmetic formulations by involving the usage of compounds from bacterial, fungal, and algae origin, and various compounds including enzymes and metabolites originating from diverse microbial sources and their role in industries have been increased. Of course, talking about all the advantages of how this microbe gives to the cosmetic industry, there are challenges, which is the cosmetic industry finds it challenging to develop topical formulations that maintain probiotic bacterial viability from production through the value chain to the customer. So oil-based formulations are required since moisture would cause the dried organisms to hydrate, reproduce, or die. So the question becomes how easily the organisms can emerge from the oil once placed and applied to the skin and become metabolically active sufficient to deliver the probiotic effects required. And next is many creams are not made under sterile circumstances, and preservatives having bactericidal or bacteriostatic properties are frequently included. So this potentially cannot only affect the probiotic strain viability, but it also inadvertently alter the microbiota of the recipient. And regulation of probiotics is primarily concerned with safety. There is no specific requirement for commercializing probiotics, and products are regulated according to their final use, whether it is a drug, medical device, food, dietary supplement, or cosmetic. The descriptiveness and level of documentation required to claim a cosmetic probiotic is substantially less than one for making drugs claims in Canada or elsewhere. So unfortunately, in the bid to maximize profit of the cosmetic industry, some companies make disease or illness elevation statements associated with their cosmetic products, when this should be reserved for drugs or clinically proven supplements. So that is all for my presentation for today, which is the application of microbes in the cosmetic industry. And I've covered the introduction of the microbe, which is Dunaliella salina, its taxonomy, growth conditions, nutrition requirements, and also how this microbe is introduced into the cosmetic industry and its mechanism of action of how does it poses its anti-aging properties, the positive impact of this microbe on human, and the challenges faced of this microbe in the cosmetic industry. So that's all for my presentation, and I hope you had something to take away and to something interesting to learn from. That's all. Thank you. Bye bye.